Hey, inspirational guidance tarot here, Ebony, here to do messages for Cancer. What's up, Cancer? I hope all is well with you. This is going to be you and your person read. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Please do like, please do comment, please do subscribe to the channel if it is resonating with you. I don't normally do Cancer, so if I'm getting more Cancer subscribers or I'm getting more welcoming Cancers, okay, to my channel, then put in a comment in the description box or in the comment that you would like to see more of Cancer if it is resonating with you, because I don't often do Cancer, okay? I normally do the mostly viewed, okay? So please do let me know in the comment, all right? So let's move forward. Those that have been here with me, thank you so much for your dedicated support. I appreciate you much. I really, really do. Send all my love from me to you, all right? So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and you read. It's going to be you and your person, okay? Read. Hoping that it resonates and receiving the messages that you need to hear, okay? So, for Cancer, all right? Cancer, we have love yourself, okay? It's a matter of you loving yourself enough, becoming a clearer channel by way of communicating, being in alignment with going after your dreams. However, being patient and having faith to accept the disappointments that has been going on in your life. Okay. And there's a need for you to bust out your cocoon, but that will be only by way of you tuning out the distractions that's been holding you back. There's a need for you to go within right now. It's a need for you to forgive. It's a need for you to forget. It is a need for you to trust that divine has a plan for you. Okay. And you may need to make these necessary sacrifices, and that will be by you living your soul and not a role, following your aspirations, what you're destined to do when it comes down to it. And it seems like you're being very decisive on how to nurture yourself, all right? And it could be a lot of toxicities by way of you doing that, all right, when it comes down to you and your person. Your person has to admit their vulnerabilities, admit that they're vulnerable, admit what it is that makes them vulnerable, doing the things that they do when it comes down to your connection. Because there's a need for them to take the lead and do what it is that they love by looking for and reassessing the things that they're doing, or reassessing the things that you're doing when it comes down to speaking up, when it comes down to rejuvenating, okay, healing things and shining their light when it comes down to engaging in higher reason, or you shining your light by engaging in higher reason. It may be some addictions here that needs to be addressed, and it's a need to by way look at those things and seek some type of, either it's some healing, or it's going to be you seeking hidden treasures by way of looking within, going within, okay? And friends could also be a beneficial factor, and that's a wake-up call for you to do all things in moderation when it comes down to it, okay? So love yourself, Cancer, all right, and admit your vulnerabilities for your person, okay? So what is the energy between the two of you guys? All right, okay. And it's all about lightening the load, okay? This is all about reconciliation as well when it comes down to somebody being empowered by their career and having the confidence to birth something new because it's their life purpose, all right? So somebody here, it may be clearly about the difference between the two of you. It could be a difference of cultural. It could be a difference of, it could be related to jobs. It could be related to your aspiration, your dreams. And there is a thing between you guys where one does one thing and the other person just doesn't like it, okay? And it's like somebody here is maybe going with the flow of things, but the person that's doing something by way of needing to love themselves is operating all of their shadow side, while the other person is admitting their vulnerabilities, admitting how naive they could possibly be when it comes to you, okay? That's what I'm getting. All right. And it's a need to lighten the load. Reconciliation is here at the bottom of the deck, and it may be due to the fact that you're already separated with this person, maybe, possibly. Okay, so I keep coming up with this energy for you, okay? Somebody here wants to lighten their load when it comes down to a reconciliation. All right, that's coming back together, or that's coming back, or that's separating and coming one with self. All right, but let's see. I'm sorry. All right, lighten your load. Love yourself for Cancer. Lighten the load and love yourself for Cancer. All right, it's about acceptance. So somebody here needs to love themselves, and acceptance is here by way of saying accept whatever this connection is or was, by way of lightening the load. Okay, finding a clean solution to release what has already been realized is what's holding somebody here back, is what somebody here is holding on to. It's a void in someone's life, or it's a void within someone when it comes down to their peace, to change it, or the peace that they need to find with the change that is occurring or has occurred. All right, is it need to be patient when it comes down to the balance, when it comes down to boundaries that was set or is set, when it comes down to stepping in your power, Cancer, when it comes down to a new beginning. All right, so this is what the acceptance is about on your behalf that will help you lighten your load. Accepting the vulnerabilities for Cancers, all right, is about being resilient. So somebody here needs to accept the fact that even though admitting the vulnerabilities, by not admitting how vulnerable somebody was, is pretty much a heavy burden on somebody. All right, and they're being intuitively guided to have faith in their power, okay, and to focus clearly on the knowledge that they have already about being protected. Okay, so somebody here on this side, your other person, is by way of admitting how vulnerable they was. And when it comes down to lightening their load, the lighting of the load is that somebody here was called on a path, okay, and needing to trust in what it is that they accepted or is assessing or looking at. Okay, it's time to change the view of that, because it's resistance to surrender to the growth, okay, when it comes down to taking the lead and what it is that's pleasurable for them. All right, so I'm talking to someone here who either you are not, you're in separation, reconciliation is on the board. So this is someone who may want to reconcile, y'all may want to reconcile, however it goes. Put it like this, it's the energy field of the both. Okay, where somebody here needs to love themselves and acceptance to what has transpired, and somebody here needs to admit their vulnerabilities when it comes down to being resilient and still carrying it on their back. All right. All right, so the energy is strong here. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, Cancer. All right, what is this acceptance for Cancer? Love yourself. Yeah, Three of Wands. Somebody needs to accept that somebody here is not waiting. Somebody here is not motivated. All right. And that's why love yourself here is here. Love yourself to accept that somebody here is not moving forward. This is you, Cancer, wanting to understand how somebody here or someone is very guarded when it comes down to communicating the truth. All right. Or communicating a victory when it comes down to love and the happiness, to be resilient and take action, to get stable. Okay, or this is between you and your person. All right, so when it comes down to that, pretty much the understanding of somebody being guarded and communicating the truth, somebody's not motivated to do that. They're not motivated to speak a truth when it comes down to love, the happiness of being resilient, to take action, to get stable, and trust in the growth of a connection. Somebody here is not looking to communicate that, because when it comes down to toxicity, the toxicity that was between us, that somebody here could have been bored, somebody here could have been rather stubborn, focusing clearly on the potential and the investment in actually separating in a connection because of too much conflict, too much sadness, and the change that may have transpired between you two or is transpiring due to somebody being defensive, to go to karma waters and feel abundant because it's too much drama. Okay. All right, Cancer. Motivation. What is this Three of Wands about? This is somebody here not waiting. This is somebody here not feeling motivated to wait on anything and accepting that they shouldn't wait on anything and move forward. Here you come out again, Cancer. King of Cups. So this is you. You needing to love yourself and accept and understand that somebody here is not waiting. Okay, and it says to lighten your load with that somebody here is not waiting. But I believe, since it's reconciliation on the board, is somebody here needs to accept that whatever this connection was clearly about, that somebody here is now moving forward. Okay, traveling, thinking very practical, and that's a restriction. Or communicating, taking action by way of restricting themselves to balance themselves out, being very ambitious to go within, about heartache and about collaborating with someone else who was taking their time, and that's anxiety, that caused anxiety to balance things out, even though it was a wish fulfillment or is a wish fulfillment. Somebody here, the possibility of it being a reward to you, Cancer, and moving forward to get balanced and get grounded and get stable and be secure. When it comes down to the emotions, somebody here was pretty much childish in their emotions. It was gossip, Page of Swords. It was communication, very childishly when it came down to the opportunity, or comes down to the opportunity. And then there's the Tower moment. And somebody's looking at the vision of a reunion, which will be that reconciliation there, and the stability and the passion, and how somebody here is abandoned. Either you were abandoned, Cancer, or you abandoned someone. But pretty much an illusion, or abandoned by way of somebody guarding themselves with truth, or guarding themselves from the truth. All right. So when it comes to growth in the connection, the growth to trust that it can be very successful, somebody is hanging in limbo about. Okay. When it comes down to stability or this commitment and bringing forward an offer to be successful, again, you get the Hierophant, which is somebody who's already knowledgeable of competition, or knowledgeable of the fact that it can be very conflicting. And this is what's leaving you at a crossroads when it comes down to getting a solid offer or bringing something solid in to stabilize this connection. King of Cups, what are you understanding or needing to understand? A new beginning. Okay, so somebody here is understanding. It says love yourself, and it's due to the fact that somebody has to accept that somebody here wasn't waiting. Somebody went and did something, or somebody here is not waiting for the ships to come in. They're not feeling motivated, and that's you, Cancer, not feeling motivated when it comes down to taking a risk in a new beginning, when it comes down to being the fool, when it comes down to, again, taking the risk, because it's loss here. It's lies, deceit, betrayal. Okay, and somebody still was hoping for this partnership. You were hoping for this partnership that has ended, and this is, it's because it was a judgment call. It's something from the past here. It's something that somebody here is reflecting on. It's something that somebody here may felt was abundant. However, it was too much drama here, and somebody here was rather defensive when it comes down to going to calmer waters and trying to recover from all of this conflict. And it left you sad, and it left you walking away or making changes by way of investing into temptation. So this is you who needs to accept the fact that you indulged in some type of temptation, and it led astray a situation with your person. Okay, the Fool. So when it comes down to this risk, Cancer, yeah, Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is reversed due to the fact that somebody here was not loyal, which would be you. Okay, the King of Cups trying to understand about this new beginning that somebody here was not loyal to. Okay, and again, this is your energy. So I'm talking to Cancer, who needs to love themselves and accept that somebody here is not motivated to move things forward when it comes down to their emotions and take a risk due to the fact that they're not loyal. All right, and they're not coming, or they're not waiting, because this would be the slow movers Knight in the deck, because this is the Knight of Pentacles. It's slow moving. It's slow moving because a person takes their time to build up what they need to build up to make sure that it's solid. Okay, but this is not at all. This is not moving at all. So when it comes down to a Three of Pentacles collaborating, it's justice. When it comes to your person, it's justice. When it comes to you, it's justice being served to balance out the scales. One more on the Knight of Pentacles, one on the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. Not being very kind, not being very stable, not being very, this is lack of money, this is lack of finances, this is not grounded, this is not stable. Okay, and somebody's intuitively guided to the fact that it's a Ten of Cups, was a Ten of Cups situation, and had an option. And somebody here is now feeling heavy burden when it comes down to moving forward to get order and transform it and make that decision and manifest a new world and have a new beginning. But it's competition, or somebody feels that it will be competition. That's why somebody here is at the crossroads. All right, so it's saying to love yourself. All right, so somebody here, if it was a past situation in which I'm looking at, is a past situation, somebody here didn't even want to take the risk. Somebody here did not want to budge and get grounded and solid. Somebody here may have been lacking finances, which is, this is your side, Cancer. You were lacking finances when it comes down to it. So that's why somebody here was not feeling motivated, nor was they accepting how to lighten the load. Or the lighten the load was to accept how someone felt inside themselves at the time. And this is you, Cancer, feeling like when it comes down to understanding the risk that you were taking, by way of not getting solid, not getting stable, not getting grounded. Obviously, if it was a lack of finances or a lack of groundedness and stableness, then this is somebody who pretty much was focusing more on what it is they needed to do for themselves to feel much better. All right, motivation, reverse, 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands for Cancer. This is sideways, and this would be the 9 of Wands. How somebody here was being defensive and still wanted to move forward, but then didn't want to move forward and still being defensive, okay? Because when it comes down to somebody's abundance, somebody here now is self-reflecting on it, or turn their back towards a past situation. And again, you get self-reflection again. 6 of Cups is about reflection. Judgment is about God intervening. It's also about self-reflecting on the ending. Okay, and a partnership that somebody here was hoping for. Okay, somebody here was hoping to either lose it, or somebody here was hoping and wishing that the lies, deceit, and betrayal, when it comes down to the lies, deceit, and betrayal, that when it comes to toxicity, when it comes down to it, all of this toxicity was pretty much the lies, deceit, and betrayals, that somebody here was tempted by other people. Somebody here was tempted by addictions, whatever the case may be, that it was toxic, that somebody here was bored, that it was too much drama. Okay. However, wanting to go to calmer waters and recover, or go to calmer waters by way of separating the conflict. However, leaving somebody sad, walking away from the situation, investing in a 3 of Cups situation, investing in a reunion. Okay. With a vision that somebody had, and then boom, a tower. So it's destruction all around the board with the decision that was made. However it goes, the decision was made, and somebody here is reflecting on it. 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is sideways due to the fact that somebody here, Queen of Swords. So this is the energy of being resilient in your connection with this person. It's about charging forward. Somebody here was not charging forward. Okay. When it comes down to offering a love, it's justice. When it comes down to justice and balancing out in this cup of love, this offer that's coming in to bring balance and have recognition and collaborate, somebody was being ambitious to go in introspection and communicate, taking action by way of being in their head, feeling restricted about their money, feeling restricted about not having the freedom that they need. Okay, because 9 of Pentacles is a single card. So somebody was restricted about the freedom that they had. And the Wheel of Fortune is here to say this was something destined, but it also was in somebody's imagination to heal this. All right. And by way of taking action and heartache. Okay. Taking action. And the action somebody was taking is somewhere else, because the heartache is here. And it was wish fulfillment to balance things out. But somebody here was having anxiety, sleepless nights in this connection when it comes down to their happiness, due to the fact that the action that they've taken with someone else. Okay. And so when it comes down to the stability of it all, it was an illusion. Okay. When it comes down to stabilizing things, Cancer, you stabilizing things, you getting stable, you having the strength. Somebody here, 5 of Pentacles, left someone out in the cold, and that is the truth. So when it comes down to the victory and the clarity, somebody here is being very defensive when it comes down to trusting in what has actually happened. Okay, or getting grounded when it comes down to this destruction, because of the vision that somebody had about a reunion. All right, and what someone here invested in by way of walking away, now feeling sad, feeling conflicted, feeling separated, feeling not at peace when it comes down to it, but wanting to go to calmer waters, because it's drama and it's boredom due to toxicity and loss, and the hope for a connection is an ending. And this is what somebody here is reflecting on from the past. So somebody here is not being resilient. However, the 9 of Wands is about pushing forward, but not really pushing forward. So somebody here may, maybe it's you, Cancer, who reaches out and then don't, and then I don't know. Maybe this is someone who stays in communication. This is someone who still takes a little action. 9 of Wands is an action card still. It's about pushing forward. However, the defense, being defensive, and by way of saying, I'm going to do this anyway. All right. And this is someone who is not being very resilient in doing so. So that's about loving yourself and accepting that this has taken place and being okay. And that helps lighten the load. All right. So when it comes down to your person admitting their vulnerabilities, feeling naive, feeling like they were pretty much, I hear the word stupid in the situation, to still carry the burden on themselves. Resilience is about still moving forward regardless of the challenges. We get death. Okay, we get transformation. It's reverse. Okay, now when it comes down to it, this person is being resilient and moving forward despite the challenges to transform this or bring it to an end, which means they're carrying it on their back. Your person is just like, oh, I gotta admit that either they still love you, they still want you, they still want to be with you, however it goes, but they're admitting that they didn't transform this, or they're admitting that it's an ending to not transforming, however it goes. This is what somebody here is admitting, needing to admit to themselves. And they carry the weight of that still on themselves because there was no transformation. There was no transforming it. So because they didn't transform it, and somebody here, when it comes down to achievement and moving forward, it was a burden, or is a burden, because somebody here had options when it came down to the completion of this, or when it comes down to their emotions and their happiness. Somebody was being intuitively guided to a connection. Okay, you could have been also married to a person as well, because that's the Hierophant. Somebody here was being intuitively guided to the knowledge and the wisdom of it being successful and their good luck and bringing in an offer, but was hanging in limbo about it. So this person wanted to come towards you, Cancer, and they wanted to bring this offer, and they wanted to grow, and they wanted to bring order, and they needed to make a conscious decision, a head over heart decision, to manifest ending a cycle and starting something new and getting solid. However, there was competition. There's competition. Your person feels like it was competition, or is competition, and that left somebody, that left your person, that left you at a crossroads with Cancer. Okay, because there were many options with Cancer. There were many options when it comes to Cancer, or Cancer had many options. And to move it forward is what somebody here is looking at. To the security of somebody's emotions and how they felt, to offer to somebody who was holding back or is holding back you. When it comes down to the opportunity, it was gossip, childish communication, emails, texts. Okay, when it comes down to the opportunity to be abundant. And this is what somebody here is reflecting on. So you guys are both in this energy of this ending that has happened with each other. Okay, you're mirroring each other pretty much, Cancer. All right, and other person, you're mirroring Cancer. All right, the death reverse for Cancer's person. The death reverse was all about the truth. All right, so the truth is that somebody has to admit their vulnerability, admit that they had this is still carrying the weight of the world on their shoulder when it comes down to this not transferring, that this is not transforming. Okay, and that's the truth that someone's coming into understanding, that when it comes to you, Cancer, because this is your card, your person is understanding now the truth that this is, okay, baby, that this is an illusion when it comes down to getting stable and the passion and taking action to be happy in this connection, because it's caused anxiety, sleepless nights, to get it balanced. And even though it's a wish fulfillment, somebody here is still heartbroken. Somebody here still wants to take action and wants to heal this, but it's all in their head. Okay, this is also something karmic for you and Cancer to actually experience. And it's all by way of trying to show gratitude towards something that's definitely restricted. And this restriction is all about somebody feeling trapped in their head about it. All right, so this Ace of Swords, the truth is about there is no transforming this. However, Three of Pentacles, the truth is that there could have been a third-party situation, collaborations with other people. The truth is, when it comes down to collaborating, there's no transforming what has already happened. Okay, somebody went in introspection, will be going in introspection about communication, or about long distance, or about traveling. All right, or this is about somebody knowing the truth about the collaborations, about somebody going within. It could be a Virgo, somebody here dealing with a Virgo, traveling. Okay, and that's what brought it to an end in this partnership, or will be bringing it to an end in this partnership. And somebody is hoping that somebody here loses out, or hoping that the lies, deceit, and betrayal, when it comes down to the toxicity and this drama, that somebody here finally gets their just due in court, or finally gets their justice. In other words, somebody's hoping for you, Cancer is hoping for you to get karma, or you are in a karmic cycle. This is a karmic cycle between you and Cancer, because when it comes down to the offering of love, a judgment call is definitely being made. You are looking at it and self-reflecting on the past about the abundance and the gossip and the opportunity of how when it came down to somebody being compassionate and showing the love and expressing themselves to you, somebody here was holding back, and that was Cancer. Okay, that was your person. So it looks like you pretty much are feeling like you're carrying the weight here, Cancer person. You're carrying the weight of the fact that this is not going to transform. This is an ending that's not going to happen. Death in reverse is more like it's not ending, but it would transform. However, the truth is that there's a collaboration by way of you already knowing the truth. All right, Three of Pentacles for Cancer person. Exactly. You already know the truth about the potential in this connection, and the investment is going to leave you feeling sad. It's going to leave you in conflict. It's going to leave you in separation, and going to calmer waters is going to be very bored for you. It's going to be, somebody's going to be very stubborn. It's not going to work. This is all thoughts. This is all in your head as well. All right. What we got is a 10. We got 15 swords here. So 5 plus the 1 is the 6. And somebody wants to still go to calmer waters. However, the 5 of cups with the 4 of cups bring it to a 9 of cups, because it is a wish fulfillment. But you get the 8 of Pentacles that says somebody wants to move forward, but then we get the burden card. So is there any more? Nope. We get somebody here being heavy burdened, and then being heavy burdened by way of it being something that you feel, the burden is that you feel you're an option, or will be an option, or was an option. Okay, so we got the 8 of Pentacles now. Now we got the 2 of Pentacles. So this is definitely a commitment that once was. All right, and then when we go for you feeling like you an option, it was in a 10 of Cups energy. So now this 10 of Cups with this 5 of Cups brings it to 15 cups. So 5 plus the 1 is a 6. Is a past situation. 6 of Cups. All right, and now somebody's being intuitively guided to understanding what the victory was all about, what the success was clearly all about, when it comes down to that 10 of Pentacles in this connection with Cancer. And all it was pretty much somebody bringing in a cup of love, but however, somebody here hanging in limbo when it comes down to the growth of it. And that's why somebody here walked away. So this is you already feeling this way, or will be feeling this way, and this is what you're looking at now about the path that you went down. So admitting your vulnerabilities, Cancer person, is clearly saying admit that you carry this weight of having the hope to transform this. However, the truth is that there was a collaboration, and when it comes down to this investment, it's an ending. All right, 7 of Pentacles. It's an ending that's still being reflected upon. Exactly. Ace of Pentacles came sideways. It's an ending that somebody here still wants to invest. Okay, this 7 of Pentacles with the 3 of Pentacles brings it to that 10 of Pentacles. And when we got the ace here, which brings it to 11, is that somebody here still wants to kind of sort of get grounded in this. Even if it's not by way of being in a connection, it could be by way of just being connected, okay? Because somebody here is trying to manifest making a decision to bring in order to show gratitude to this connection, but still being restricted, okay? So it's a matter of realization for both, okay? Realization for both. Ace of Pentacles. It's a realization for both parties. This comes sideways too. Thinking very practical. The action. The action to think very practical. All right. To get grounded and to think very practical. To stabilize this and have passion and move forward very quickly. Somebody's still holding back. It's still going to be drama. This was a karmic situation that had to end. You're supposed to learn some things from each other. I'm looking at this, and this is a matter of you lightening your load to accept what has been. And when it comes down to the burden, to again accept what has been for both parties. One more on the King of Wands. So somebody is coming out of this. Yes, justice is here. You are coming out of this with, when it comes down to the growth and hanging in limbo about the offer coming in to be successful. You're already being knowledgeable of it. You have everything that you need. You're intuitively guided to understanding it's a completion and that change has happened. You're walking away, or will be walking away, from the drama and very in the ambition to go towards this 2 of Cups with hopes, okay? Because you already know that it's a loss and it's something that's very toxic for you and needed to end. All right, so justice is definitely being served, Cancer, for your person. Cancer person, I see that you're balancing yourself out now with all these emotions. All right, give me one on the balance. because it's justice. Yeah, you're balancing yourself out when it comes down to the Four of Cups. When it comes down to still waiting for the offer, looking at the offer, being stubborn about this energy of still moving forward in hopes of rather reconciliation that helps lighten the load or bring you guys together. Okay, you're coming out of this. You're balancing out now. You're balancing out the responsibility. You're balancing out the heavy burdens by way of it being now something optional to you. Okay, because what you're manifesting is making a head over heart decision to get order in your life when it comes down to showing gratitude and being alone or being on your own, focusing on your business and your money. Okay, and this is the thoughts that you had in your head. You're now realizing it was something very karmic. It was all in your head with the Page of Cups. And that's what you're going to be moving forward towards healing. All right, by taking action of that. So moving forward here. Yeah. So this is all about a past situation. Alright. We got go for it on your side, Cancer. This is about going for it. This is about taking a reality check to trust in the universe, to keep your heart open, to step up and lead and practice gratitude in order for you to find the balance and embrace the flow of life. Okay, the action that needs to be taken is to focus on the positive and release the blocks that's been holding you back, or release the blocks of this person and their energy, or what's been blocking you to give all, or whether it's whatever it is that you've been going on with internally that may be blocking you. And think things through so you can step into your power and open up to change by way of you cooling your emotions. Go ahead and move forward and honor your feelings and know your worth by going deeper and assessing the situation. Okay? And this could be what needs to happen in order for you to accept it and lighten your load and loving yourself. Okay? Now, admit your vulnerabilities on the side for your person. They get 2. All right, so this is all about pushing through the insecurities and seeing the bigger picture. Okay, and that's by way of reflecting more on you're reflecting, Cancer person, more on your priorities, believing in your good luck, unleashing your kind self, and revealing what needs to be seen when it comes down to you making time for self-love for you, knowing that you're loved, speaking your world into existence or into being by way of trusting that all is going to be well, and then relaxing and releasing control because you're taking a breather to detoxify from these feelings, working through these feelings, detoxifying from these feelings that you've been feeling, and that helps you lighten up along with lightening up the load because you're breathing through your tension and attuning to divine. So be proud of yourself over here because you took that reality check by trusting in the universe, keeping your heart open, stepping up and leading, practicing gratitude, finding balance, embracing the flow of life, and taking the action by way of focusing on the positive that was blocking you of thinking it through completely. You're stepping into your power, opening up to change, cooling your emotions, honoring your feelings, and knowing your worth because now you are going deeper in assessing the situation. You're talking less and feeling more and leaving the past behind. You're forgiving and being humble, and you're taking action by clearing your mind, shining and attuning to the details to let your fears dissolve by being real about the situation and being real to yourself. Being pretty much being real to yourself is by telling yourself the truth. Okay, so moving forward with a motivational card for you guys. Cancer in their person. All right. And what we get is a life of great joy, power, and satisfaction awaits those who